Hello my friends, family, esteemed colleagues. Today we'll discuss a little bit this immune system, immune response, or more better to say how to strengthen our immune system. Now what is the immune system? The immunity to get sick. This is basically what we think about it. So the first thing as the doctors what we look, well, what is the white blood cell count? What's still happening in the blood? Whenever something is going on that we feel it's invasion of microorganisms and body needs to respond, oh, white blood cell count rises, well, this is our immune system. Well, it's not true. The white blood cells are basically the garbage disposal company. And no matter how many you have or how low they are, they have absolutely nothing really to do with your immune system. So another thing is, now if you have a problem with digestion, well, your immune system is really weak and you need good microflora, and all of a sudden microflora is a very important part of our immune system. Well, this is wrong again. It has nothing to do with it. Then they say, well, you know, it's all matter of your mind frame of your mind, how you see things. Well, here we are getting a little closer. If our microflora would be helping us with our strength of immunity to diseases, to changes, or if white blood cell count would help, then how come that we get infection? When you cut yourself, you get infection and you have to put antibiotic, so your immune system actually is not doing anything, because wild animals in nature, they can be cut, they can walk through mud and roll in the mud, and they don't have to get infection. This is immune system. So what this immune system actually is? Well, number one, what is disease? Disease is just a symptom of toxic body. So the more toxic you are, the more symptoms of disease you're going to have. And as the toxicity changes, so does the symptoms, and we call them diseases. So, okay, you had this disease before, well, you were healed, now you have different disease. Well, your toxicity shifted, you are more toxic, so you have different symptoms. So now all of a sudden you have different disease. Well, it's all continuation, one to the other. From vomit after you eat something that is not your food, as a baby. You give baby formula to a child for the first time, oh, poor, has the gases, bam, bam, bam. No, you fed it with the garbage. You put the toxic stuff, you put glucose in there, you put sugar in there. So this is your first reaction, cleansing, bam. But what we do, we suppress it. So you take another stuff that numbs your system, so basically it doesn't react as it should, so it doesn't go out this way, so goes in and goes in diarrhea. So you start putting a plug on that side. So it has to build up before it starts coming out through mucosal tissue more, and starts coming out finally through the skin. So this is how increases and change of diseases occurs. The clearest example is diabetes. What is diabetes? Increased level of sugar in the blood. And now we have pre-diabetes and diabetes and all. What is pre-diabetes? Well, if blood level of sugar has increased, well, you have increased sugar levels. You call it increased sugar level, or you call it diabetes, or you call it pre-diabetes. It does not matter. It's increased sugar level, which should never happen. And then we go into suppressing and looking how to poison the body, when the increase of the sugar has nothing to do with the body. It is with what you eat. You eat sugar, you increase it, but you don't increase it rapidly. So I explain how this whole diabetes fiasco happens. But immune system, well, that's another fiasco the way we look at it. Because it has nothing to do with what we are being told. Again, we go to quantum, because this way it's the easiest way to understand our body. Quantum, in a quantum field, everything is just energy in vibration. And the brain is programmed to show you the various frequencies in different way according to the program, to the Pentium chip that you have in there. So if a healthy organ resonates in certain frequency, it is being shown to you in certain way and with certain emotions. And you feel happy, you feel healthy, organ has proper color and proper frequency. If the frequency shifts, your brain then will show it to you depending on a shift of frequency and the programming, and it can show it to you as a problem in the liver. It can show it to you the liver is becoming yellow, it's becoming overly fat, and you start feeling pains because it swells, makes pressure on sensory nerves. Things start happening, but this is all just frequency being shown through the brain. And also, people who see aura, they will see it all of a sudden that this area of your body does not have proper aura. Aura gets darker, the frequency goes down. Disease has low frequency always. As the frequency goes down, the magnetic field around it shrinks. So your aura is going to be weaker, especially on aura on that organ that is being affected. Now, why has frequency changed? It could have changed because of the wrong food that you are putting there, that vibrates differently, and it influences. But then again, problem is frequency. So frequency has to shift. Something has to shift the frequency. Now, what is going to make the resistance of this frequency to change stronger? This is your immunity. Immunity to change. So, has nothing to do with your white blood cells. Has nothing to do with your microflora, your intestinal flora. Can do something and a lot with the frame of your mind, because I have explained before that vibrational frequency will be stronger as voltage rises. If you take a guitar, you strum lightly on a string, the string is going to move, it will give a proper tone, but it is going to move lightly. If you have a piano nearby, nothing is changing. So you have to push it stronger. And if you push it stronger, so you get the same frequency but stronger, all of a sudden now piano will start to resonate the same tone. If it was A string on piano, in different octaves. In each octave, A string is going to start to vibrate, and piano will vibrates. But you have to put stronger signal. Same is with frequency of our body, our cells, our organs. As long as they can maintain voltage, the frequency is stable. Higher voltage you put, the more stable is frequency, the more toxic frequency has to be applied to make any shift of this frequency. It basically will not shift it. No other string on piano is resonating, only the A string. So it has to be particular frequency, very similar, but slightly off, that is going to make the shift. And again, if you maintain the voltage, you are making the frequency very stable and it will resist change. This resist to change frequency is immunity. You are immune. So what makes you the most immune than anything is your mind. Because the strongest voltage is being produced by the heart chakra and it's being pushed through the brain to feed the organs. So if you are healthy, and if you are healthy in your mind, if you are happy, if you don't have worries, then you are not trapping any of these frequencies for broadcasting, and they can go and supply the organ. Now you can also reinforce the frequency in particular organs by supplying them with the proper thought, because thought again is a frequency, but that if it is a frequency of the organ and you direct it to the organ, well, you are boosting the organ again. And the best frequency and the strongest frequency that you can achieve is really letting go. Because when you let go of any problems, let go of anything, and you just give yourself up, then all the energy that is produced by heart is going to be automatically shifted, go through the brain's prism of dividing the frequencies and pushing them in the proper organs. And they all are being highly stimulated by the voltage of the heart. Now, when our cells are clean and well hydrated, they can always balance their electrolytes and the acidic load, and they naturally hold energy same like a battery in a car. Properly balanced battery with the proper acidity, it is going to hold the voltage. You charge it and it holds the voltage. But if it becomes more acidic, if you put too much acid, that's not going to happen. You charge it much quicker, and then all of a sudden you stop charging and electricity goes away. Well, this happens in our cells. And in that case, your cells strictly depend on the energy from the heart that is being pumped in there, but via brain. And if brain is busy, especially worrying, you are sending all this worry frequency out, and instead of going into the organ that it should go, it's just being messaged out into the space. So, having faith, it means remaining calm. If you have trust, doesn't matter if it's in yourself, if it's in God, in Creator, Allah, or Buddha, or Krishna, or Angel Gabriel, it does not matter. But if you really have trust that they are taking care of you, then you can relax. Unfortunately, many people who worship no matter what, they don't really have trust. So what happens? They are always begging. They are beggars. Oh God, please help me. Please save me from the cancer. Don't let me get the cancer. Don't. You are actually talking in a fear. This is not going to help. When you have faith, then you know. And this is why you have no fear. So you just say, something is happening, the Wu flu is around. I'm protected, I know, I have nothing to worry about. Nothing can touch you. Nothing can touch you because you are maintaining high voltage. And this is your immunity. So you want to strengthen your immunity. You have to change your way of thinking. This is your immune system. I hope it makes sense to you. You can be as toxic as hell. You can have cancer ravaging your body. But then if you decide to trust and get rid of all the worries because you have faith, everything all of a sudden miraculously, spontaneously heal. This is why the word spontaneous healing, it comes from nowhere. Nobody can explain why, how. Well, here is explanation. Okay? Body is meant to be healthy, and it always wants to maintain its healthy frequency. But we keep interfering. And what interferes the most is medicinal remedies. We have to get rid of those and use this. Thank you for listening. Till next time.